Welcome to Have Faith. Let it begin. Here's your host, Angel Santana.
Ariel, can you say have faith?
Again.
Let it begin?
Again.
Say have faith.
Again.
Let it begin.
No.
No? Okay.
It's the boy.
Hi, Noah.
Noah!
Noah.
Jesus. Happy birthday, Noah!
Caitlin,
You did amazing.
you just put those back in.
Noah.
Have faith. Let begin. When it starts right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Have Faith, Let It Begin on this final Monday of the month of September. And I thought because we are in the fall season, and I thought that because we are in the last week of September, we would take a trip down memory lane. See, this is the time of year where homecoming is huge for high schoolers. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to go back and talk about Dr. Tom and myself about what we remember best about high school and any homecoming or, of course, football events that we have attended while we were in high school. And I want everybody to get their thinking cap on and take a trip back into what we considered a friendly homecoming. Dr. Tom, welcome back, buddy.
Angel Santana, thank you for having me. Hello, Have Faith, Let It Begin, listeners, aficionados, friends, our loyal listeners. I'm afraid I can't help you too much on this one as far as high school goes. I went to a industrial technical high school in the heart of all boys high school in the heart of Paterson, New Jersey, and we didn't have a football team. We didn't have a homecoming. As a matter of fact, I probably had the worst 4 years of my life. But thanks for bringing that up and telling me about all the great things that you had in your life that I didn't.
Okay, well, hold on. You had to have gone to some type of a school dance.
I had to beg my best friend's girlfriend's sister to go with me to the prom. And she was so pissed off that she had to go with me to the prom. She certainly made it known she didn't want to be there. I'll put it to you that way.
Holy cow.
I really didn't have a good upbringing, my friend. I didn't have much luck with that stuff, but that's okay. You know,
well, listen, but that's okay. This is the great thing about this. A lot of you guys that don't know this, Dr. E does this to me on his show. So on the CROC podcast, when he does his episode, I don't know what's about. So we do the same thing with him here, but that's okay. We can move around this. So,
I'm glad I didn't know about this because I would have definitely talked you out of this episode and had you think of something else. But I did enjoy, going to see my kids in the fall when they were in college, and we would go to a football game. I don't know if they called it homecoming. I guess they did, where the alumni would come back to the campus or whatever. And that was always nice to do. And that was like my extent with football. As much of a sports fan as I am, I don't think I ever went to a school, except for Rutgers, where I really actually ever went to any of the sporting events. I know my uncle was a professor at Duke, so that was a big thing. So when I would go down to visit them, if it was in the fall, I would try to go to one of the early basketball games, and I went to a few football games. So I guess that's kind of what you're talking about.
Absolutely. And you know what's funny? Even though I brought up the football game, I never went to any of my high school football games. So
Zero in 4 years.
I did not. I was not a big fan of football then. I wish I would have, because I would have enjoyed it. But the theme about this whole homecoming thing really will surround us around what we kind of talked about in your show yesterday. And it was about just how the fall season. So we can actually dive into that.
Yes, let's change directions because we're in the Hudson Valley. And as we said yesterday on the CROC podcast, probably the most beautiful place on earth for the fall. I think the people in Vermont, I think they're overrated. The people in Maine, overrated. Massachusetts, overrated. New Hampshire, overrated. I think the best fall colors are right here. If you happen to have the physical ability, please take a hike up Bear Mountain and just look around and look at all the changing colors. You have the Hudson River right there. If you don't have that ability, or if you are compromised medically, the nice thing about Bear Mountain is you could actually drive your car up on top of Bear Mountain. So you can actually bring a sandwich and bring a cup of coffee or bring an apple cider donut and some cider and just have a 360-degree panoramic view of the Hudson Valley. I love going to the farms we have around here.
Yeah.
Denise and I go to pick apples and choose apples, and we buy apple cider donuts, with the beautiful, she gets the ones without sugar because she does not have any fun. I get the ones with the extra triple sugar because I have triple fun. I'm 3 times more fun than my wife.
What's funny is that you talk about the scenery. Words can't even put it to justice, because when you're driving, you would swear you're looking at a postcard. You'll swear
It is a postcard.
Unbelievable.
Minnewaska, by the way, for our Half Faith listeners in the area, if you can get there early enough because it's so crowded, Minnewaska might be the most beautiful place on earth. I mean, forget about even the fall. It is gorgeous.
That's where I had my pre-wedding pictures done.
Oh, absolutely ridiculous, right? Denise and I would ride our bikes around there, go to Lake Awasting. We would have a picnic. I would go swimming. She wouldn't, because remember, she's no fun. And I am a lot of fun, so I would go swimming. But absolutely the greatest place on earth.
And you know what? We'll also end it like this. The best part about fall is not only about the scenery. It is truly a pretty cool change of season. Yes, it gets a little chilly, but fire pits now start. This is a great time to get your hot chocolate. It's a great time to walk around a little bit. And I personally, when I'm walking Cody, I like to see the leaves starting to fall a little bit. And I like the wind that picks up and the leaves kind of go. I don't like picking up the leaves, but I like the whole sound, what is that called? The cinematic type of.
Yeah. No, this is beautiful. This is great. Yeah. And the fires, actually, we just got back from Cape Cod and we did a fire pit, and I didn't burn down the house. It was awesome. And it was really awesome. It was really good. It was really fun. We had a great time. Yeah, it was really good. So I'm still going to stick with the apple cider. You hit your cider and hit your donuts. That's like huge. Go into these local farms. Go to your local farm. Warwick has about 10 of them, 10 farms. You could $5. You get a burlap sack and you go pick your apples, and then there's this big venue where you could sit on picnic tables and buy great food and relax. You can get your pumpkins for your kids. There's a bunch of stuff here it's everywhere, right? It is.
I'm going to actually give a shout out to Chris Farm. They're right down the road from us. They attend my church and they have the greatest apple cider. So I'm going to get you one, my friend, and some of their apples. I'm going to bring them to you personally.
How about the donuts?
Oh, I'll hook you all up. Don't worry. Okay. I got you.
I want the donuts.
Let's close out with this. We want to close out in a prayer. You want the donuts. Let's close out with a nice fall prayer. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for today's episode. We want to thank you for the change of season. We want to thank you for the fact that, 2 guys here can come together and talk about anything, whether it's a homecoming dance, a football, foliage, just anything and everything, because we breathe this beautiful air that you have created us. We have been able to come together and talk about all the new things that are happening in our lives. And I am asking you, God, to be with the people that are driving right now. Allow your ability to come through the car, through the radio waves, and say this: we are changing the season, but we're not changing our personalities. We're not changing who we are. We were made and created to be here for a reason. So may God continue to work his magic through you. May he continue to strengthen you and give you the guidance that you have to make your path of righteousness go home free. Dr. Tom, final word.
Yeah, so I also want to say that this is so well said, Angel. You're such a great prayer warrior. But for our Have Faith, Let It Begin Jewish listeners, happy Rosh Hashanah. This is a very holy day. You'll be fasting. And here we are talking about all this great food, but then you can celebrate and break your fast. The harvest is coming up for all you guys, for your sukkah tents and all those types of things. So we wish you absolutely a very blessed and holy harvest. And we are looking forward to the fall, because the fall is symbolic of the end of the growing season. And as we pick our, as our farmers and, our heritage as being farmers, and agricultural heritage here in the Hudson Valley and in our country. It's really a metaphor. It's a time for us to reap all the hard work that we did during the summer and prepare for the very bleak and difficult winters we have here in the Hudson Valley as well. So that would be my final word.
Awesome. Guys, have a great
except for two other things.
Sure.
Never forget, have faith, let it begin.
We will see you next Monday, but I will be back tomorrow. Take care, guys. Thank you for listening to another episode of Have Faith, Let It Begin. That's right, Ariel. We're done with another show. And it's always great to have this show with you, my love. We're going to encourage each and every person to listen to our show every single weekday. That's right, you and I are going to help change the world. Do you think that you can do that for me? Huh? Yeah, you know you can. She does. We want to let you know, and yes, we encourage you to listen to our show each and every weekday, and it's going to be live at 7:30. Make sure you're subscribed to our show. Make sure you get ready, fasten those seatbelts, because Ariel and I and my family are going to bring you a new topic, a new story each and every day, right? Isn't that right, Ariel? Yeah. And she's smiling at me. Guys, enjoy your day.